This is a Tesla Roadster. I've had it since it was 2.5 years old. And when I got it, its range in standard mode, not full range mode, was 180 miles. In range mode, it was 230, but you only charge the standard mode unless you're going a long distance. Now it's actually dropped a little bit to 172.
Okay.
So
with use.
With use, and so that means it's about 92% of its original capacity. And when they originally brought them out, they were so conservative about this. They said after 10 years you'll probably need a new battery. Well, this is nearly 10 years old and it's 92%, so I don't think so.
No, as long as it's been well looked after.
Yeah, well, what I do to look after it is very straightforward, and it's like any electric battery. When it gets the final 1/3 capacity, I don't boot it because that would drag down the lowest cells.
Yeah.
So I only boot it. Of course, I never boot it, but I only boot it when it's in the first top half. And I think that's sensible on all electric cars, to be honest. Well, the front has got very little in it. Where all this is the cooling system. You think, why has an electric car got a cooling system? It's because Tesla were one of the first and realised that keeping the batteries cool and keeping them at standard temperature was how they lasted a long time and how they could put out a lot of power in a very short thing. So these fans only come in when the battery's under real strain. Or when you're charging pretty fast and the battery's already hot, and the circulation system runs the whole length of the car. Apart from that, it's just regular stuff crammed in, like air conditioner, which is electric, and servo, which was a pain to fit because you can see there isn't much room. So that's the front, and the back contains all the interesting stuff. That's the roof. It rolls up and fits into that. And then my charging cables for any eventuality, because unlike a Model S, a Roadster does not charge on a supercharger. So I have to slum it on ecotricity, which, as we all know, can be a hit and miss thing. So luckily it's got plenty of range. So thanks, Vince. Fix your pumps, please. This bit here is about that deep, and that is all the electronics. It's called the power electronics module.
So that's the battery management system,
battery management system, the charging system, all the electronics are in there. And then this fella here, which goes from here down to the bottom of the car, is the battery pack. And that's around about 56 kilowatt hours of power. And it's in 11 sheets, like that, and it's sealed. And I've driven this in the absolute pouring rain, even around Castle Coombe, and touch wood, no problems of water getting in. That was probably the maddest thing I did when it was still under warranty. It's all carbon fibre because with the extra weight of the battery, there was, to get it down to sensible Lotus Elise weight, they had to spend a lot more money on the carbon fibre.
So the maximum allowable mass is 110 pounds in the luggage compartment.
Yes.
So it's no good for bodies?
I'm afraid not.
No, okay.
Small bodies.
Small bodies. Golf clubs fit in quite nicely, and I've got a little folding bike that fits in there quite nicely, so you can park out of town and just cycle in.
And you can hear the coolant circulating now?
Yes, whenever the car is on, the coolant circulates, and that's just circulating around the battery to keep all the temperatures even, so you don't get any hot spots. And as you know, on Tesla, the cooling circuit actually goes in a kind of wave, in a ripple path
through the cells.
So all the cells are cooled. And that's the standard Bosch pump that they all use, 3-phase into the motor, charging side on that. What else can I show you? The bonnet catchers are off a Ford. And there's various bits. Well, in fact, the whole of the interior, virtually, certainly that part is Lotus.
Okay.
It's a Lotus screen, Lotus roof mounting. This is Lotus. Carbon fibre for Tesla to save the weight.
Yeah.
The only thing it's got different from, say, an Elise is this is a slightly lower, and it's got what we call the Elon bite, which is that piece there. Elon insisted on making it easy to get in and out of.
Oh, so you can step closer
so you
to
can
the
step
car.
much closer,
Right.
and then just put your bum in and swing your legs round.
Right.
And in fact, it's not bad getting in and out. That's about it, really. Yeah, what that does is when it's charging, it's green.
Right.
No, sorry, it's blue. No, it's yellow flashing, sorry.
Right.
And then it turns green when it's full.
Okay.
And it's blue when
that's
you
a
plug
different
it in.
socket, obviously.
Yes,
That's
it's a proprietary.
But you can get lots of adapters for it, can't
That's
you?
what I've got in the boot, yeah, so charge it up on most things. And luckily, if there's a Tesla own destination charger, it knows it's a Roadster, so it's allowed to charge,
Oh, brilliant.
which is sweet. What else? It doesn't use brakes because of the regen, so these are 35,000 miles. And to be honest, if anything,
There's no lip on them.
There's no lip on them,
Right.
and if anything, I need to, whatever they call them, deglaze them.
Take it up to 100 and give it a damn good thrashing on the brakes.
Damn good thrashing.
That'll do the thing.
That's about it, really. Oh,
Dinky wheels.
I must show you the electronics because it's like a Model S, like in prehistoric times.
Okay, a mini Model
So
S.
if you hop in there and shine your camera at the little screen. This is the main screen, and what this shows is the ideal range. And then up here, and when I press this, is the expected range, estimated range.
Okay.
So the ideal range is based on doing something like 60 miles an hour on the motorway. The expected is obviously when you boot it a bit more. And it tells you the temperature and battery charge, stuff like that, the speed. And then we've got various other screens. This one shows the average energy.
So that's the
use.
energy app on the Tesla Model S.
Yeah, exactly.
Equivalent
It's
of.
just the same. It's just like the Model S, but in prehistoric times, and
In
you
the
can change
miniature.
from 5 miles up to 15, up to 30,
Okay.
just like the Model S. And then it's got things like the temperatures. Now, I can actually add up to another 3 screens, the things like G meters and all sorts of other stuff, but they're not really useful. They're more toyish. So I only have these 3 main screens running. And then this one, you can change it to different modes by just touching the screen. Maximum range, and you see everything has gone up. It's now got an ideal range of 180 miles because that's put it into range mode.
Right.
So that decreases the power of the engine, etc., etc. And I press it again, and it goes into performance mode. So the red is it's just getting ready.
Okay.
And then when
Drops.
it goes white, it means it's ready.
Okay.
And that obviously drops the ideal range down because you're booting. And sorry about the beep. That's just because it's an
Doors
American
open,
car and it's telling you close the doors.
And you've got that up there as well.
Yes, that's what that shows is the expected range.
Focus, damn it. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And then you've got your regen meter on the other side.
yes, and you can see
Power and regen.
it goes up to 40 kilowatt hours regen,
and
which is full
200.
charge, and 200 kilowatt hours on the other one.
And then you've got, is that part of it? No.
Well, it is because it shows the speed and stuff, but that's actually the sat nav.
Right.
But to be honest, I leave it on that mode.
So that was factory.
Yes,
Right.
and it's what Lotus fitted at the time.
Oh, right,
to be
okay.
honest. It does various things.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's it.
And you've got aircon.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So do you want to go for